Hello! You're watching the Early Worms on Nick Jr.
Now remember, if you want to write to us or send us a drawing or photo, here is the address to send them to.
Yes, it is the Early Worms, Nick Jr. 15 to 18 Rathbone Place, London, W1T 1HU.
That's the Early Worms, Nick Jr. 15 to 18 Rathbone Place, London, W1T 1HU.
We love to put all your drawings and paintings around our worm burrow.
And remember to put a sticky stamp on the envelope to make sure it gets here.
We're sorry we can't send them back, but we keep them forever and ever and ever.
Right now on Nick Jr., one of our favourites, it's time for Blue's Clues.
Welcome back, you're watching the Early Worms on Nick Jr.
Have you looked at the Nick Jr. website yet? Well, I think it's about time you did.
Oh, let's have a look now.
Oh, there's loads to see and do, and all your favourite friends from Nick Jr. are all there.
You can play games and you can even colour in your favourite pictures.
www.nickjr.co.uk. Oh, yes. Oh, and you can even have a wiggle with the worms on that website.
That's right. More great shows still to come on Nick Jr. But now it's time for Blue's Clues.
Now, on Nick Jr.
Right now.
Shall we watch it?
Okay. Welcome back. You're watching the Early Worms on Nick Jr.
How would you like to see your pictures and photos right here in the worm burrow?
It's easy. All you have to do is send them to this address. The Early Worms, Nick Jr. 15 to 18 Rathbone Place, London, W1T 1HU.
That's the Early Worms, Nick Jr. 15 to 18 Rathbone Place, London, W1T 1HU.
Every day we show your pictures here on Nick Jr. Remember, you can draw or paint anything you like.
Remember to put a sticky stamp on the envelope to make sure it gets to us.
Yes, we can't send them back, I'm afraid, though.
Yeah. Now it's time for Blue's Clues. Oh, it's the Early Worms on Nick Jr.
Oh, you sound happy.
I am happy.
Why?
Well, I'm always happy when we've got some great pictures to look at.
Oh, yes, and look at this first one. It's from Amanda Webb, who's aged 4 from West Lothian. It's a picture of Blue's Clues house.
Look, the house is nice and big and yellow, and there's Blue, and there's Kevin, and I think they're all waving at us.
Oh, should we wave back? Hello!
Hello! Ooh. Let's take a look at another picture.
Oh, look, it's a picture of Kevin, and it's by Luke Cullen, who's aged 5.
Oh, they're in the garden, just outside the house.
Wow, it looks like a lovely day there today.
Oh, what great pictures. Thank you very much for sending your pictures in. We do love to see them on the worm wall.
Yes, we do. We keep them all. We can't send them back, but that's because we like them so much.
Join us soon.
Hello, you're watching the Early Worms on Nick Jr.
And now it's time for our number of the day.
Today's number is...
The number 5! Oh, let's have a go at counting with the number 5.
Oh, look! I can see 5 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And here's 5 yummy cakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And look at this! 5 teddy bears. 1, 2, 3 at the back, 4 and 5 at the front.
Oh, I like teddy bears. And let's have one last look at the number 5! The number 5!
Thanks for coming out to play, number 5. Now it's time for Little Bill on Nick Jr.